Music man, music man.
Hello and welcome to Relationship Soup. I'm your host, Lisa Hughes. How y'all doing today? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. I hope y'all week is off to a good start. Mine is, I can't really complain. This weather been a fool. Listen, I like rain. It is very therapeutic, right? But I don't like it when it be in my basement. It took me 2 hours to clean all that water out of my basement. But anyway, but other than that, it's a good week. So anyway, thank y'all all for joining me tonight. I am solo dolo. Um, my guest flight is delayed. Chino, it's all good. You don't have to keep apologizing. It's Gucci. When you ready to come back, hey, listen, we gonna get it popping. You know the show gotta go on. I just want you to make it back to Indy safe, right? And delays are for a reason. And you know what? This could be looked at as rejection. We're gonna be talking about that and all kind of stuff tonight. So look, delays are for a reason. So anyway, thank y'all for joining me. I see that I do have some people chiming in already, but before I get to your comments, y'all know I got to do my spiel, right? So listen, you should be liking, following, sharing, hearting, starring, all of that stuff, right? Across all platforms. Tell your friend, bring a friend when you join in, right? Share this, right? Because we got to get the word out about relationship soup. Now on YouTube, it's relationship soup, period. You must put the period in there, okay? And then on Facebook, join the group. I'm going to really, and I know I say that, and sometimes we don't get to all of the stuff in the group, but we're going to be addressing stuff in the group today. It was some really hot stuff. So we're going to talk about that, right? So that's Relationship Soup Group. Join the group. Relationship Soup Group. You can join now. I'll put you in there. And then, of course, you can look at us on Instagram, IG, Relationship Soup. You can follow me, Relationship Soup LLC. So that's that, right? So let's see here. And you know what? Let me mention this. Coach Boyd, I still have to thank you for talking about the shirts and stuff. Like when you made it up about the I Love Lisa t shirt, right? Okay, so I don't have I Love Lisa t shirts. That's a whole joke. If y'all tuned into that show, y'all would know what we were talking about. But I do have relationship soup shirts, right? And thanks to Coach Boyd for talking about t shirts because y'all been ordering them. So, how do you order them? Go to the website www.relationshipsoup.com, right? Go there. You can look at the greeting cards, y'all know. And Father's Day is coming up. Get y'all daddies if they still living, you know, a greeting card or get a greeting card for any holiday or occasion. We got that. So go to relationshipsoup.com and order up. Get a t-shirt, right? Cut it up, be cute for the summer. You know how we do, ladies. Hey, it's a lot of potential with them shirts. All right, so that's all that I have there. All that I have there. All right, boom. So let's see here. Reese, thanks so much for joining me. And this is another solo show. You know you love the solo show, right? I'm doing a solo show tonight, Reese. Look, thank you for the motivation, right? So anyway, another solo show. I think you manifested this, right? And maybe that's why my guest plane was like delayed or something. Like whatever. No, I'm just playing with you, Reese. All right, so let's see here. What's up, Keith? Good evening. Thank you for joining me. And yes, send me that link. You know what I'm talking about. Send me that link, Keith. All right, you ain't done it yet. All right, so let's. You know what, Coach Wilson? I don't even know if I should really even acknowledge you, right? And don't do no reading rainbow because it ain't no reading rainbow tonight, right? But you want I love Lisa shirt. You will really wear that, Jay. You will really wear a I love Lisa shirt, right? You wouldn't burn it. You would wear it. Comment and let me know. All right, y'all. So let me go ahead and get into this. Let me drink my water. I got my bougie water today. And no, I'm not getting paid. It's just kind of bougie, right? Solo Dolo is my fave. Facts. All right, Reese. That's what's up. That's what's up. So we're gonna get into it. With pride. Okay, coach, don't do that because you know what? My inner petty, I didn't really got you one of them shirts, and I'm gonna see if you wear it. If you're gonna take selfies or whatever, and you gonna take a selfie in it, or is that too soft? I know you let me know. All right, so Keith says I did. It's tomorrow night. Okay, perfect, perfect, perfect. I was getting ready for the show, Keith, so I could have missed it. I just knew. I just remember you said you was gonna send me a link, so we'll definitely talk after the show. All right, y'all. So we're gonna go ahead and get into it. All right. So, like I said, we're going to be covering a few things tonight. Okay. I'm going to first start with the stuff in relationship soup. I want to know what y'all think about it. Okay. And then we're going to talk about what the initial show was going to be about is rejection and how to handle it in a healthy way. All right. So think about that. I want y'all to be thinking about that. How do y'all handle rejection? So you can type it in the chat or whatever, right? Because we've all been rejected at some point, whether it's with self, because it's self rejection. Sometimes we be rejected on our side. And then sometimes it could be career, job, with a boo. And for y'all brothers and sisters that be trying to get the number and you don't get it, right? That's all a form of rejection. So we're going to get into that. But I do want to get into some stuff today from relationships because it was some really interesting stuff in there, all right? And if y'all got stuff y'all want to talk about, and I do have some inboxes too, right? So I'm gonna cover as much as I can. All right. I'm gonna cover as much as I can tonight. All right. So let's talk about this for a minute. So one of the posts was by Mr. Daniel Artest, right? Um, he posted, I'm just gonna read it to you. Hold on. Y'all know my attention span. Reese says, I need a 1X on the Lisa shirt. On the Lisa shirt, on the I Love Lisa shirt, or the Relationship Soup shirt? Because you know that I Love Lisa, you was tuned in that day, and you know that was kind of like a joke, right? So yeah, all right. Mark Lee, oh, hi, Mark. Thank you for joining me. I'm about to get into this nitty gritty, and thank you for checking on me. I always appreciate that, right? All right, so boom. So Daniel Artest, right? He posted this in the group. And I've talked about this before, like with my counsel and just in conversation or whatever. So he says, feeling that someone just settled for you because they couldn't get who they truly wanted is kind of scary, right? And then he goes further to say, I mean, we all have that one, right? I know I do. I call her final boss. Come on, this is a safe place. Do you have a final boss? So the final boss is just basically someone who is like, listen, if I could have them, it's over for everybody, right? That's how I interpreted that, right? So, but that is a scary thought. Let's just be real for a second. How would you feel just knowing that somebody settled for you, right? That is like And I've had this conversation before. I don't whoever my companion is gonna be, my future babe, I hope you got all of them out of your system. You feel me? I don't want nobody selling for me. I don't want nobody being like, um, you know, man, I really am thinking about homegirl, but I'm just gonna settle for Lisa. How would y'all feel about that, right? How would y'all feel about somebody just settling for you? And so basically, I'm gonna go further to let y'all know. So what Daniel did was, and I'm sorry if it's blurry. Am I blurry, y'all? Can y'all see me? Do I look pixelated? Let me know in the comments, please. And I'm sorry, it's Verizon. And I'm gonna put it out there. I'm gonna call it out. Verizon, y'all tripping. Y'all need to fix these towers in my area. Okay. So I just wanna say that. Do I look blurry to y'all? Am I blurry? Can y'all see me? Am I blurry? All right, well, let me know. All right, so anyway, so Daniel, he basically posted a poll because I was really curious how this was going to pan out. Like, do people really have that person that is their everything that they just settling? So 27% of people in the group said, yo, yes, they got that person that, is their final boss. So whoever they get with, they just settling for. And then while 66% said, no, right? 66% said no, they don't have that final boss. And then 7% said they plead the fifth. Y'all petty. How y'all gonna plead the fifth? Really? That's what y'all doing? Y'all not telling? I'm gonna tell though. No, I don't have a final boss. I don't feel like I have that person that's like, whoever I get with moving forward, that they my final boss. Or no, 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 no. I'm open. You feel me? I'm healed. Because to me, this is what that says. If you just settling, maybe it could be that you are still in love with that person, but maybe you just ain't healed. Baby, come to me healed. Come to me want me. You feel me? Yeah, I feel like I want that. Because I'm gonna get that to you. I don't have no final boss. I don't have nobody that's on my heart like that. You feel me? That's all I'm gonna say. So Reese says the new catchphrase going to be is going to be settle, settle. We got the sprinkle, sprinkle, the drizzle, drizzle. Now settle, settle. Is that what we're gonna do, Reese? Man, listen. All right, so let's see here. Keith says, hell, we all are settling at this point because we are not the first person we want. Keith, that's the difference. Uh, I'm just gonna say some, right? I'm just gonna say some on that. Are we all, do y'all really feel like we all settling at this point? Like that is an unsobering thought. Maybe it's so. Anyway, are we all really settling though? Really? Because I feel like the first person, I don't want that first person no more. If I'm really thinking back to my first love, like my first true love, right? I don't want it no more. You feel me? Like I feel like, and the reason why I'm no longer with, we separate, we weren't together. Now this is back in my youngin days, in my college days, right? Because we was just young. Like Drake said, what's the fun in that? Why are we getting married so young, right? So I don't want them anymore. They done moved on with their life. They got a wife and happy family. I done moved on. So I don't feel like I'm gonna be settling. I don't feel like it. I don't know. Let's see here. Daniel says, hey, hey, yes, we all really, Daniel? You really feel like we all settling? Ooh, man, my heart. You really feel like y'all really feel like we are all settling? Is it an age limit on that? Is it like after 25 or after 35 we all settling? Like, is that what that is? Really? Hmm. Hey, Kiki. I ain't no cancellation prize. That's right. And I ain't either. Look, I'm not the donkey behind the door number two. I feel like I'm a prize, baby. Why you settle for prizes? Right? now? I'm that $10 million prize you wanted, baby. Don't do me like that. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you wanted the 20 million, then I ain't her. I ain't for you. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Let's see here. Mark Lee says sometimes those first loves haven't advanced as much as we have. That's true. And this is how I feel about it because those of you that I've had conversations with too, it's about growth, right? So what I wanted in my 20s, I damn sure don't want now. Although my first love, my first boyfriend or whatever, was not a bad guy. Like he was a beautiful, dynamic soul and doing wonderful things, right? But I've grown. What I wanted in my 20s, I don't want it now. I've grown. So maybe it's settling if you ain't grown. Y'all ain't growing out here, so y'all settling. Y'all not healing out here, so y'all settling. Is that what we doing? Man, hey, talk to me. Let me know something. Shoot. Let's see here. So Mark says, and sometimes we're afraid to go after what we really want, and then we settle for what we feel we can get, not what we deserve. See that? But I ain't doing that. I'm going after everything that I want. Now, I'm not, listen, look, that's all I'm going to say about that. I'm not settling at this point. What am I do? Why would I do charity? Really? So yeah, so it's a lot of y'all doing charity out here. I'm not saying charity is a bad thing, but why? Why? Let's see here. Hi, James. How are you, Mr. Smith? So it says first you have to know what you want and be patient to meet the person that checks that box. I think when you rush to have something, you end up settling. James, you better tell him. Y'all need to quit rushing out here and like not healing and stuff, right? Because I'm not settling. I ain't gonna do it. If I was gonna settle, I might as well stay married. I'm just being honest. I ain't trying. Listen, what am I settle for? I feel like there is something great out there for me, and life is constant. We constantly doing this in life. We constantly growing, or you should be, right? So anyway, I ain't settling. Lisa, you are a definite prize and a jewel that anyone would be fortunate to have. And oh, thank you, Mark. I appreciate that. I really, really do. And only trained eyes gonna see me, Mark. So if he ain't got trained eyes, he can't see me, right? So if he thinks he's settling for me, he ain't got them trained eyes. He ain't it. And I'm all right with that. So let's see here. Reese, when you level up, grow, your desire for a partner change for your love interest. Settle, settle. I'm going to keep saying it until I catch it. You know what? Hey, that's real. That's real. Okay. Hi, Derek. How are you? Okay, so Derek says, I don't think we're all settling, but we don't have our first choice. If your mate makes you feel like they're settling, there's something wrong. If not, what's to miss? Facts. Listen, I'm not settling, y'all. I'm not gonna settle. And you know what? And let me look at it like this. So say we all have that person that we didn't get, right? And we're gonna talk about rejection tonight. So let me tie this together. Let me talk about this. I feel like that's an alignment. So say it was that Derek, I'm gonna use you. Say it was that fine conscious sister that you wanted. Everything that you wanted, right? Mentally, spiritually, and physically. Okay. But let's just say y'all didn't work out. That's an alignment to me. To me, that says that it's just somebody better for you, right? So is that really settling? Settling, you not satisfied. I don't know. What y'all think? Am I blabbling? What y'all think? Let's see here. James says you also have to know what you deserve. Absolutely. I know what I deserve. I ain't settling. And if you feel like you settling, if I ain't your first choice, you feel me at this point, just don't even holler at me. That's cool. I ain't gonna be hurt. I ain't gonna be hurt at all. He says also settling it can be your biggest blessing. But Keith, I'm gonna finish because you might just find out he or she is way more compatible and elevate you to a level you that didn't exist. Listen, is a blessing settling though? Do I have any bishops or pastors? Hey, let me pose this question. Is a blessing settling? Because if it's a blessing, baby, that ain't settling. That's a blessing. That's an elevation. But just let me know what y'all think. I'll just be talking. I'll just be talking. Settle for the one who's gonna entice. So okay, so Coach Wilson believes that it's up to the woman to entice the man to settle down. That's where we at. We got to entice you. That's what it is. It can't be a mutual agreement like, yeah, baby, we on the same page. I just want to settle down. I got to entice you, Coach Wilson, or that woman got to entice you. So that just means you ain't ready, baby. You ain't ready. So if you got to be enticed like that, don't that mean that you settling because you're not ready? Talk to me and settle down. Okay. I know what you meant, Coach. Uh, hold on. Do I need to do the reading rainbow for you, Coach? Was that a mistake? Facts, L. Absolutely, Kiki. Listen, you hear me? Let's see here. I'm with Derek on his last comment. Derek, yeah, Derek do be on point. He really do. Convo with Sino. Thank you so much for joining me, Corey. Another dynamic. So y'all remember him from last week, and he got a popping podcast. Feel free to share that link in the thread, Corey, because hey, that's what we do. We support because it's enough for all of us to eat out here, right? So okay, so Corey says, how does it work if one person feels like they won and hit the jackpot, but the other person feels like they settled? It's not an alignment, Corey. I don't know if it can work. I want us to be on the same page. But I guess it's a case by case, right? I don't know how that works. I mean, somebody looking at you over there on the couch, like, man, I ain't settled. And then you on the couch thinking, man, I got the bet, man, I didn't want a lottery. Y'all not in alignment. I don't want nobody I ain't in alignment on some things with. Like, I want us to be like, ebbing and flowing. You feel me? I don't want you to be like, man, I don't really like her. She good enough. No, I don't want to be good enough, baby. I want to be I want to be your blessing. Mark says, a blessing is what you want. You want someone who will make both of us a better version of ourselves. Right. Facts. Facts. I like it. Let's see here. Oh, thank y'all for this feedback tonight. Coach, we are. Listen. Oh, you said we are not. I got you, Kiki. I got you. All right. So Jay says, no, enticement is a two-way street. So I'm crazy now? No, no. Hold on, Mr. Wilson. Really? So that's what you clarifying? You saying enticement is a two-way street. It's no longer that the woman has to entice the man. That's where we at. I mean, I just want to make sure. So that's where we at. Okay. All right. So Keith says that's what most people sometimes think, but when they realize it's absolutely a blessing and not settling, I like that, Keith. I agree with that too. I agree with that too. All right. So I think I got to all y'all comments. Okay. So let's see here. Is there anything else? Okay, so I want to read this comment right here. So Christina said, I actually married my final boss. So Christina, congratulations for marrying your final boss. Never thought I even stood a chance, thought he was so out of my league. We've been together 15 years, married, almost 13. Wow. It's what we have hoped for. It also appears some didn't play video games in the show. Okay, I see the correlation there. All right, so it looks like Christina actually married her final boss. That's cool. Now let me ask y'all this before I move on to the next thing. Do you feel that there's people out of your league? Like, do you really feel like there are people out there that are out of your league? Right? Think about that for a second. I know it's a little delay. I'm gonna give y'all some time. Are is there people Are there people that's out of your league? Okay, I just want to know what y'all think about that. Hi, Leah. How are you, Leah Nicole? Thank you for joining me tonight. Man, we getting it in, fam. We getting it in. We was just talking about a final boss, right? So, you know, you probably heard it, but if you didn't, that's just basically somebody who's like your everything, like man, your first choice, and it will never be another person that could be that final boss. So basically, whoever you get with after the final boss or the final boss that you didn't get is settling. So that's what we talk about. Hi, Jasmine. Thank you for joining me, Jazzy. Nobody is out of my league. However, I do believe that there are people that I'm not in alignment with or equally yoked with. Absolutely. I agree with that as well. Although, you know what? Yeah. So, in saying that, I believe, so James says, depends on what league you place yourself. That makes sense. That makes sense. But I do feel like there's men out of my league. I do. And I believe if you married, bro, you out of my league. Like you are so out of my league. I can't even fool with you. Right? I can't even fool with you. Married men are out of my league. Married men, you know, they out of my league. Y'all, y'all up there. I can't even fool with y'all. I can't even fool with y'all. I'm ugly, so perhaps shut up. I know you lying. Okay, you better be just kidding. Hey, you know how I feel about that. I was about to give you a whole affirmation, buddy. Don't do that. Don't do that. All right, so call me arrogant or delusional, but I don't think anybody is out of my league. Humans are human. Yeah, I mean, I can see what you're saying. I still feel like married men are out of my league. Look, y'all married, I ain't even in y'all league. For real. Married men is out of my league. Okay, let's see here. So combo with Sino, I wouldn't say out of my league, but I just don't want what comes with that person. That's fair. That's fair. That makes sense. That makes sense. All right, so let's see here. So Mark Lee says there are some people who will not go after the doctor, engineer, or executives because they are afraid that they cannot compete with or that they cannot bring them to the economics that they want. I can see that. Well, if we're talking about occupations, cops are out of my league too. Y'all out of my league. I can't. I won't. No. Mm-mm. Police officers are out of my league. I no. I just I can't. So if we're saying from that regard, Mark Lee. Okay. So let's see here. I personally do not believe that, and I have seen working class people who are overlooked. Okay. Okay. That makes sense. So he says, hell no, I believe I can play on any field and be a franchise player. You better say it, Key. The question is, do I want to be on that team? That's fair. That's fair. That's fair. Yeah, fam. Hey, listen. Hey, cops, police officers, thank you for your service. Thanks for what you do. Y'all out of my league, though. I can't. Like, y'all out of my league. I can't. What about lawyers? Are they out of your league? Oh, it's gonna probably depend on what kind of law they practicing. Like if they doing something simple, like I mean, I ain't gonna say simple because law is not simple. I don't know if I want. Okay, so Mark, that's a good question because I don't know if I want the bruh that is like the, that is. I don't know, like if he's like a criminal lawyer or something. I don't know because they be getting death threats or with politics or something. Like I don't know all the um, you know, law out there, but I'm just thinking like I don't know criminal. Man, you getting death threats and stuff. You don't get them off or whatever. I don't know. What about athletes? Are they out of your league or entertainers? It's just gonna really depend. I mean, I ain't about that athlete life. I'm sorry. Like, I've had my small experience or whatever, and hey, I'm cool. I just want somebody's in alignment with me. And like scheduling, I don't know if I want what comes with that. I don't know. I don't know about that. I don't know. All right. So Derek says, "Don't be scared of the Pope." No, 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 no. We can be friends though. Like, hey, we can be, and you know what? They can be my really, really good friend. So I could be like, hey, man, let me tell you what happened, man. I really I didn't really make a right on red. Like like for that. But as far as my boo, now the way my nerves is set up too, no, I'll be too worried. Like, no, I, it's another sister better equipped for the police. You know, just not me. What about someone in politics? Politics. I don't really follow politics like that. That's not my cup of tea. Like I guess they would kind of be up there with the yeah, not my cup of tea. I don't know about that one, fam. Let's see here. Truck drivers are out of my league. You know what, Kiki? Truck drivers is our. I think that they. I mean, they might be on the road all the time, but yeah, I can see how you can say that because some of them do be having other families in other states. They be having hoes and area codes, like So I can understand that. You weren't really going 80 on, right, Mark. That's why I would need, that my network. They could be in my network, but as far as a police officer, is my bae. Maybe if he retired or something. I don't know about active duty. Would you say active duty for a police officer or is that military? Well, y'all know what I'm trying to say. So Reese says, out of league is a mindset. Confidence, not arrogance, gets you far, but you can't have anyone. But you can have several options when you are the best version of yourself. That's yeah. I feel like I have options here. Let me clarify that. I got options, right? And it's not cockiness. It's all the self love and healing work I've been doing, right? All the growth. Yes, I have options. I'm just honest with myself. With hey, married men are out of my league and police officers. Y'all just out of my league. Y'all just out of my league. It ain't got nothing to do with me like bashing myself because I love myself daily. Okay. Self care, all that. I love myself. I know who I am. I just, I'm just honest. Okay. Let's see here. Mark says, what about a church leader? A pastor or a bishop? Um, Let me think about that. A pastor or a bishop? They cool. I think they could be cool. You know, I think they could be cool. Relationships today have too many experts. Can we all just That's true, Malik. Look, but in everybody's own right, we are expert at something. Experience can help us to be experts or have wisdom and or knowledge of, right? I don't claim to be no relationship expert. I done said that in the past in the group. I don't want to be known as no relationship expert. I do want to be known as someone that has a platform where we can all come together and talk about our experiences, grow, understand, and all that support and do that. I don't ever want to be no relationship expert. I'm an expert in my own experiences, which may help you, right? But I don't claim to be no relationship expert. But it is a lot out there. It is a whole lot out there. And there are some good ones though, right? You just have to use your discernment and figure that out. I would like to know how many ladies could be a first lady. Could y'all be with a pastor? Could y'all be with a pastor? Keith wants to know. Keith, you ain't no undercover pastor, are you? You an undercover pastor? You an undercover pastor? Could y'all be with a pastor? I don't know. So let's see. Sometimes Mark says sometimes they be out of your league because they go too much for the doctrine and not the true belief. Plus, some churches are about the cult of personality. That's real. It would just really depend on on that pastor or that bishop or whatever, right? Because yeah, they would have to be right. Right? I don't want the ones in what is it, wolves in sheep's clothing or whatever. I don't want them. No, I wouldn't be a first lady, good first lady for a shady pastor. I wouldn't do that. Okay, so not snap, snap, fam, not snap, snap. As she sips, I know, Tyron. Look, I had to really think about that, but you know what? In that moment, I'm thinking communion, right? Maybe kind of. Are you convinced? Kind of communion. You got the red drink made from grapes. Let me know what you think. All right. So, how important is the house or the vehicle? I know some folks who want to be with the fancy car, vehicle, or mansion. I can have a person with a hut and a hoopty. You know, and it's case by case. I would like someone to be established, right? Because our love ain't gonna buy them groceries, and y'all know inflation is a fool. Listen, I like to watch what I eat, but baby, I gotta eat. I gotta eat. So I ain't trying to be because no. You gotta be together financially. Now I ain't gotta say I don't have to have no Bentley. I don't have to have that, right? I don't have to have no 20 room mansion or nothing like that because I'm good. Who gonna clean that? I ain't doing that. Who gonna mow the lawn? Who gonna do all that? That don't make sense. That ain't what I want. But you gotta have your finances together, bruh. Like I believe in love, but like Tina said, what's love got to do with it? Love is great, but love ain't enough, right? You gonna have to have your finances together. Eh, I ain't. I can't. Not for me. Okay, you gotta have it together. I ain't gotta have a Bentley or the 20 room mansion, but you gotta have your stuff together, right? I ain't. Let's see here. So Leah says, "Could a pastor be with? Could a pastor be with you, Leah? You think you could be a pastor's wife? I mean, you already a wife, but could you? Though I don't know. I don't know. All right, so let's see here. Keith says, I'm not, but sometimes I feel like my purpose might be, and Keith, if it does, man, roll with that, right? Because we all here, we all have purposes and things that we're supposed to do, right? So if you feel that, look, I will come to your sermon. I like you. All right, so Tyron says, not at all. You wasn't going for it, Tyron, the communion, that didn't work. Life is easier. Life is easier in luxury, right? What you say, listen, it's easier going to Paris with a broken heart if you get on your nerves. Or if y'all into it, like, hey, baby, I'm going to Paris, you get on my nerves. So you said it's easier in luxury. I ain't mad at it. All right, so Mark says, agreed, the finances need to be solid. Yeah, yeah, at this stage, at this age, at this timeless age, you got to be together. Hey, listen, I like stuff. It don't make me, right? I mean, mentally, spiritually, and physically, I'm good, right? But I like stuff. I like to be able to do stuff. I like to go places. I like to travel. I like the bills to be paid. I ain't never had nothing cut off in life. I ain't grow up like that. I ain't grow up with lights and stuff getting cut off. Not knocking nobody experiences. I'm just talking about me. And I don't allow stuff to get cut off. That's what I'm saying. Your finances got to be together. I'm sorry. So Jasmine says, I'm not getting with anyone in a hut or hoopy because those aren't items or lifestyles I would ever want for myself. To to partner with another individual, we must elevate each other, period. Otherwise, I could have stayed single. Listen, Jazz. And I'm not knocking nobody. So I got to put that out there because even when I had the 50-50 conversation, I had to put the disclaimer out there. Listen, from my experience, like men that don't have it together, and even Steve Harvey said it. I know y'all like, oh, she quoted Steve. Steve was like, hey, if a man ain't together financially, he don't need to be dating because he cannot pour into you, right? Or whatever, because he's trying to get it together financially. And you know what? I would never say all. I will say some men. Some. Me personally, some men that be broke, they not nice. They not nice or fun. I want to have fun. I'm at a point in life. Listen, I'm trying to have fun. I'm trying to enjoy life. I'm trying to do stuff. It's already enough adversity in life. I don't want finances to be one of them. I'm cool. No, 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 no. I don't want to do that. I'm Gucci on that. So let's see here. There can be some expensive huts. I don't want no huts. Because how you keep the water out? I just spent dang near 2 hours getting the water out of my basement. I don't want no hut. I'm just saying. Could I be a Jay? Coach Wilson? No, you cannot be a pastor. No, you cannot. No. You a great charismatic leader, but I don't think that's your call. Let me say that. Let me say that. Let's see. Lisa said, if you got a job, you want to be with, ain't nothing going on. Hey, that what song is that, Reese? When I be live, sometimes it don't be clicking. What song is that? Yeah, but you gotta have a job. Listen, you, career, business, something, right? Label me what you want. I don't want no brother without no job. without no, your finances got to be together. I'm sorry. When Guthrie, oh, all right. So let's see here. What about education? How important is it to have similar education or similar political views? Politics, I don't care about. And my counsel will tell you this. I don't really follow politics like that, right? But when it comes time to vote and all that stuff, I'll be educating myself. But as far as me tuning in to what is it, CNN? Where y'all get it from? ESPN, CNN? I'm not watching that every day, so I really don't even care. Like, okay, whatever. I mean, I would assume it's important, but if you're talking about me, if you're asking me, I don't care about politics like that, right? Similar education, I don't really trip about education either, right? My father was probably one of the wisest men, most very intelligent man, and he had a high school, I believe, was GED, very genius, right? So I don't really trip too much. I have what? I have 4 degrees, but my man don't have to have that, right? You know. So I don't really trip too much about that. You know. I want him to like be able to respect that and not feel intimidated by it. Because sometimes some men, like if y'all don't have if y'all not even here as far as education, they feel a type of way. Like, oh, you think you better or whatever. No, I don't think I'm better. It's just what I had to do. So Leah says, if you broke, you better be hella pleasant. They gotta be real nice, cuz. They gotta be real pleasant. Yeah, well, yeah, they could be nice. Let's see here. Jazz says a broke man is a purposeless man. Men want women to submit, but how are you leading me with no purpose? I'm gonna leave that up there so they can read that in the back. Listen. To each, and I'm gonna say some. I'm gonna say some. Because you can never say all for anything, right? I'm just speaking on my experiences and what life has shown me. I can't do nothing with nobody broke, especially at this timeless age. I'm good. I'm Gucci. Not every pastor is a pastor. Some people are messengers without the title. I feel like I do some preaching in my personal podcast. Okay, yeah, absolutely. I guess, yeah, you're right. You're right. You can pastor without being a pastor. You can lead without being a pastor, right? You can deliver messages and deliver, things without being a pastor. So James says the important thing is to be with someone who wants the same things you want. If you ever saw the movie Acrimony, you have to be careful with kicking a brother with a vision, but finances are needed. Absolutely. I mean, and it's a case by case, right? It's a case by case. I mean, I think I remember a long time ago on a post, this came up, and somebody used the example of like Michelle and Barack, right? And look what Barack ended up being, right? And so I mean, it's a case by case. You know, um, you just have to approach it that way. I'm just saying from my experiences, because that's what I'm speaking on. I would prefer to have someone that has their stuff together financially. Is all. All right. So let's see here. What about similar sports view? Does one have to root for the Colts if they are in your life or the Pacers? I don't care. Listen, I was just having this conversation. Mark, you're in my head. So I was just having this conversation. Like sports, I know the basics, but I ain't even gonna bother you. Like I'll be like, hey babe, you want some snacks? I don't care who you rooting for. Like if you rooting for the Penguins, I don't even know what the teams are. It was Colts, Pacers, what Buccaneers and all that. Listen, I will fix the snacks and watch with you. Even if you a gamer, look, we can sit up. I'll get the snacks. I'll game with you. I'll watch it with you. I probably won't even ask that many questions, but I don't really care. I don't really follow sports like that. So let's see here. Hi, Sean Douglas. Whatever happened to non-costly dates, i.e., picnic in the park, hiking on the trails, and how about building a business together as a couple? Absolutely, those are beautiful things to do. I think that that's a great thing. Like I've been on dates where money wasn't spent on the first date, right? I think people have to figure that out. Like you have to go with works for you. You have to find your person that is willing to do that. I think that that is something that can happen. Um, and as far as building a business together, absolutely, that still does happen, Sean. I actually had a guest, probably what show number, I don't know, it was like my first 5 shows, and him and his wife had successfully built businesses together, right? But you have to be in alignment. You have to find your person because you can't build a business with everybody. But it definitely can happen. It can definitely happen. All right. So let's see here. Kiki, li- listen, Kiki, Leah is hilarious. Yeah, pleasant. Yeah. All right. So Jasmine says James Smith acrimony was a movie. It was a movie. It was a movie. Okay, so Mark says some men are intimidated by women that have masters and PhDs. I'm not intimidated at all by a smart woman. Absolutely. Absolutely. Like, and again, that's who I would have to be aligned with. I don't feel like arrogant or cocky because of the degrees that I have. I did it for a number of reasons. I was the first in my family to go to college, and I just wanted to be able to add that to the Hughes name. I wanted to be able to go to college, get some degrees. That's what I wanted to accomplish. It wasn't out of me trying to be, cocky or arrogant or anything like that. But I would need a man that can understand that. Jasmine says Leah's hilarious. Listen, Jazz, Leah definitely is. She don't play. She don't play at all. And she's funny. Like I want her to come on my show so bad. Like Leah, it's time that we do an episode together. For real. Being educated is so overrated. I'm concerned with one's character and intelligence level. One can be educated but not intelligent. And I like to use the word educated dummy because there's some educated dummies out here, right? That's why I don't put a lot of weight on degrees and different things like that. And that's why I use the example of my father. I mean, heck, both my parents actually did not have, again, I was the first in my family to go to college, and they were they my mother is a very intelligent woman, right? They built their own empire together. They worked together, and neither one of them had a degree. Neither one of them studied finances or anything like that, and could probably run circles around people when it comes to finances, right? So yes, again, it's a case by case and person by person. But I feel you on it. That's why I don't really trip too much, like about the whole degree situation. I just want someone who would be able to understand and not look at it for anything more than just that, you know. Derek says, I just saw acrimony with my mother. Okay, listen. Hey, did you see it on Tubi? What you watch it on, Derek? Was y'all on Tubi? Okay, so let's see here. Jasmine says, but Barack already came potential. Ivy League. I think at our timeless ages, listen, yeah, we timeless, baby. Look, don't ask my age. We timeless. I'm timeless. We can discern a man with a vision versus a man that is just spinning my wheels, his wheels, blowing smoke. Absolutely, we can. That's that discernment, right? That makes sense. So, ladies, Cardi B was on point with her line in the song Up. I'm an angel, so I don't know nothing. Listen, those dates sound so unfun with them dates where you're not spending money, fam. They sound like unfun, undesirable. Yeah, yeah. All right, so let's see here. And that was in my youngin days, okay? My first date, like my first dates or whatever. But it was cute. It was fun. It was fun then. Ladies, can you take a Felix if you are an Oscar or an Oscar if you are a Felix? Hey, Mark is asking the question, ladies. So can you? So James says, Jasmine Lindsay, all movies come from a vision. As long as you're working and not sitting around playing video games all day, brothers who have it together started somewhere. I can see that. Hey, James, but let's not knock the gamers. There's some people getting paid gaming. You hear me? Hey, it was a I'm trying to think of the YouTube account. They play these video games and their following is crazy. I know they're getting paid. So I mean, if you're getting paid and it makes sense. Lisa sound like a keeper. Somebody's keeping notes. Listen, hey, I try to bring something to the shows where you can walk away with something. Something. Intelligent women are super attractive. Facts. Yeah. My father, I remember growing up, daddy told me, you know, don't just be a pretty woman, pretty girl, be a pretty woman with something to say. Right? So have a brain. That's how my daddy raised me. He said, you gotta have a brain. You can't just be pretty. So Mark Lee says, can you date someone who has a family name? Like in this area, my parents are really known for their work and accomplishments. I don't think that would be an issue. On mom's side, neither parents went to college, but my mom and all three of her sisters got degrees. Okay, that's what's up. That's what's up. All right, all right, all right, all right. So Derek says, right, Keith, intelligence is sexy, but degrees don't mean. No, it don't. No, it don't. And you know what? Ooh, yeah. I mean, I work in academia, right? Y'all know I'm a professor by day, so I'm around educated people all the time. And all I'm gonna say is, this is what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna leave it at that. A degree don't mean. I mean, a degree does not equate to intelligence for everyone. It doesn't. Just saying. Mommy is so dope and she can call me music, man. Yes, mommy is dope. She is a beautiful, intelligent soul. And I ain't just saying that because she listening. She know I give her flowers all the time. I tell my mama how beautiful and how intelligent she is because she is. All right, so let's see here. So Eric says on BET, she said the guy played Y'all still talk about that movie. All right, so let's see here. Mark Lee says a date in the garden can be quite fun or even nice. Hike or ski, a boat trip can be fun. Absolutely, those can be fun. So let's see here. Oh goodness, man, it's almost been an hour. James Smith, I respectfully refer you back to my Barack comment. All right, so let's hear. Mark Lee. That was Oscar couple reference, meaning one that is really messy and the other one is really neat. Okay. Right. Thank you for telling me because I ain't gonna lie. I was like, what? I was trying to look like I knew what you was talking about, but I ain't know. All right, so let's see here. Some kids are making a serious killing and yeah, absolutely. Video games, some really are making a killing. And then you do have them people that's just they ain't getting nothing accomplished. Right? I don't mind if my guy is a gamer, but he got to be able to get off that couch, you know me, and get some work done. Lisa is a keeper, but access to her is equivalent to move. Jay, Coach Wilson, why you be coming with that nonsense? You be having me cracking up. Well, I appreciate the comment. You know, I appreciate the comment and the compliment. You hear me? Yeah, I mean, look, hey, the best apples, you gotta climb for them, baby. The ones at the bottom is rotten. I ain't no rotten apple. Hey, you gotta climb for me. All right, so let's see here. So Sean Douglas says, what was your take on Kevin Samuel videos? Are you asking me or everyone? Um, well, that's a question for anyone that wants to comment. What was my take on Kevin Samuel videos? I actually had talked about this in one of my podcasts. I can align with what's truth and not necessarily the messenger all the time. I do think that Kevin Samuels, right? You can throw Kevin, Derek, Steve, all these different experts or influencers or whatever. I think that there can be some truth in some of the messages, right? There can be some truth, but do I agree with everything? No, I don't. I don't agree with all Kevin Samuel videos. I think there is some knowledge and some wisdom that can help some people, and then some of it, I'm like, I don't see it. But just because I don't mean that the next person can't. But for me personally, I mean, I think that he did drop some jewels. He did. I can't say every single video because I didn't watch every single video. Just from the videos that I saw personally, I saw some truths that was okay, right? Maybe delivery might have thrown some people off, but then there were some videos that Kev was on, and his delivery wasn't bad, and he wasn't tearing sisters up either. So I think that there's some truth, and I think that But you got to assess that for yourself. All right, so Mark Lee says there are some serious unintelligent professors and some folks have degrees, but no, absolutely. Common sense ain't common. I did a whole lecture on that. And I hate to say lecture, I had a whole conversation with students on that. Kiki, Mommy Kiki says hi. All right, so Mark Lee says my brother is a gamer, but he also loves his Polaris slingshot and is co-president of the local club. That's awesome. That is awesome, awesome, awesome. Oh, so Sean was asking everyone. So y'all, what y'all think about Kevin Samuel videos, right? What y'all feel? True, good, bad, what? Reese says, bro clock is right twice a day. Facts. Okay, so Jasmine said Kevin Samuels, a broken clock is correct twice a day. He died a hypocrite, so there's that. Let's see here. Some of the videos were good, but he also dating some of those ladies as well. Okay. Yeah, I can see that. I can see that. All right. I see. Man, we up to an hour already. Goodness gracious. We really didn't even get to hit the rejection conversation. But I do want to say something about that. Hold on, let's see here. Is there another comment before I get to that? Okay. So I will have another show. Maybe Chino will be back and we can actually continue it. But I just wanted to say something about the rejection piece. I mean, we've all probably been rejected at one point or another, right? And I think that there are some things that you can do so that you can take that rejection in a way that's healthy, right? That will not mess up your self-esteem and actually see the silver lining in it, right? Because to me, when rejection happens or when delays or whatever happens, I feel like that's an alignment. Like, Daniel speaks about this final ball. If you didn't get your final balls, that could be rejection, but that's an alignment, right? That's not always a bad thing. So, just some points. How to deal with rejection. Be honest, right? Dang, I got rejected. Okay, right? And don't take it personally. My late uncle David, I remember sitting with him many years ago, and he was telling me, you know, about life and stuff like that. I was a youngin' then, right? And so he was telling me, Lisa, it's really important. Don't take nothing in life personally. Everything is for your growth, right? So if you actually are able to center yourself and look at that, like, man, this is for my growth, or this is a good. There's a silver lining in this. I think it can be a good thing. Now, I ain't gonna lie to kick in and act like rejection don't make you feel a type of way, because it can, right? Over the years, I've learned to like be less emotional when a rejection happens, right? Because when you're emotional, you can be logical. Well, I just say me. I just choose to look at things from a logical point of view. And so another thing I would say when it comes to rejection, take some time and process your emotions, right? Whether it's that divorce, that relationship that didn't work, whatever, right? Take some time and process your emotions, right? Dang, I'm feeling angry about this, or I'm feeling sad about this, whatever. Acknowledge that. So often I think some people, they tend to say F their emotions and they keep going. And that's not good. You got to process that. You got to be human and process that. And when appropriate, ask for feedback, right? That's not a bad thing. Um, Another thing you can do is lean on your support system, aka my counsel. My counsel know whenever I've experienced any adversity or rejection in life, I'm quick to holler at them, right? You definitely want to have a support system. Um, Another thing, when rejection happens, watch how you talk to yourself. Don't be negative, right? Watch that. Okay. Um, and I would also say focus on your physical health, right? Get it all out. You got rejected, sis didn't want to give you the number, go work out, go run somewhere, go do something. Right. And then another thing, journal about it, write it down. And I would also say make a list of what's good about you, right? Because sometimes when rejection happens, it's like, yo, man, you might come down on yourself or whatever. Don't do that, right? Don't do that. Take some time and write 10 good things about yourself, right? And then, also when you're writing that, focus on your next goals. You didn't get that job. Hey, oh well, that's okay. That just means it's something better for you. And I can even attest to that because I remember before I was a full-time professor, right? I was interviewing for these little adjunct positions. I won't say little. They were part-time positions. Okay. And so I wasn't getting them. They was like, no, no, no. I'm like, all right. And so then I ended up just interviewing with, the institution I'm with now, and boom, it was full time. So all them no's was a yes for this, right? So let's see here. I'm gonna get y'all comments and then I'm gonna peace out. I don't know if I'm gonna try to get outside a little bit tonight. I don't really know yet, but let's see here. So Mark Lee says rejection can also lead to a trap of falling into the same mistake over and over. Sometimes we need to reflect on why we were rejected. Absolutely. Reflection is everything. Center yourself, do a knowledge of self, all of that. That's very important. Rejection equals shrugs. I acknowledge it and get on with life, looking forward to the next opportunity. Absolutely. Forward motion. Keep going. No sense in stopping. For what? You ain't dead, right? You ain't dead. Let's see here. Sometimes we don't realize we have been rejected until the rejection is thrown in your face. I remember not pursuing a love and then felt rejected when I realized that a friend had gotten that date. Hey, it's all right. And when you do realize it, learn from it, and move forward. Mark goes further to say, but I can only blame myself because I did not pursue. Well, you know what? Don't blame yourself. It was a reason for it, and that's okay. That's all right. Acknowledge it, be accountable, but you know, keep it moving. So Reese says rejection taking the right way can help you level up. Just don't let them spin the block. Though. Word, word, word. I like that. Harry Smith. Thank you for listening tonight, Harry. I appreciate that, fam. Rejection is God's way of saving you from something you really don't want to deal with. So keep your peace of mind and keep moving on. Absolutely. I agree with that 10,000%. Mark Lee says, I remember even in college, I found out someone loved me as much I desired them, but friends did not tell me because they wanted to pursue that person. Yes, everybody ain't your friends. Were they really your friends, Mark? You know what that song said? What about your friends, right? All right, so let's see here. And Derek says, I've had a lot of rejection, so my skin is thick. Absolutely. And that's what I mean by the silver lining in rejection. When you can find the silver lining and actually grow from it, learn from it, it makes you even more resilient and all that stuff. It makes you a stronger person and all that good stuff. So anyway, that's all I got to say about that. Do y'all have anything else y'all want to share before I peace out of here? I'll give y'all a second because I know it's a little delay. But I'm gonna go ahead on with my spiel because y'all know I'm about to get out of here. I need some food, y'all. I'm so hungry. Let's see here. Okay, boom. So anyway, thank you all for joining me tonight. Mommy, Anna, everybody, thank y'all so much for listening. I really appreciate y'all. Um, Make sure that y'all are liking and subscribing across all platforms, YouTube, Relationship Soup period, Facebook, Relationship Soup Group. Come and join the group. Come join, right? And then, of course, if you want to follow me, it's Lisa Hughes or Relationship Soup LLC. Or let's see here. And Instagram is Relationship Soup. All right. So let's see here. What message do I have for y'all tonight? Let's see here. Oh goodness. Let me go ahead and read a few of these comments before I get out of here. Let's see here. Hey Juan, thank you for joining me tonight. I really appreciate that. Marlene says, so that would be like you and the police. Listen, I'm not dating no police officer. I'm sorry. Thank y'all for y'all service, but no police officer for me. Let's see here. And we are still re-airing the next day. Absolutely. Of course, Mark, you know you have my permission to re-air it, right? Absolutely. Every Thursday. Yes, absolutely. And also plug your podcast as well in the comments, Mark. I definitely support your message and what you talk about on your podcast as well. So yeah, feel free to plug. All right, y'all. So it is really time for me to get out of here. Thank y'all for joining me. And of course, y'all know the message that I have for you all. I love you and love yourself. Until next week, y'all got to tune in next week. It's going to be a good show next week. Tune in next week. I love y'all. Take care of yourself. Self care always. And peace.